You know what, Render? You can twit. I'm not gonna twit. All right, I'm just gonna do the thing. So here we go. Let's see if this reaches far enough. It seems actually like it does, which is pretty cool, honestly. Sort of. I can see from here. No, it's fine. Just give me that one. All right, and we need a second person. So stuff is gonna be. I can use this. I don't care. I'm not doing anything super complicated. All right, and we need a second person. Yo, if you guys want to know what's going on, now is the time to know. Otherwise, I'm not repeating any of this information. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go into training. Yes, I am. So let's go with 2 people. It doesn't really matter who. And Beowulf. And I'm gonna be which color? Anyone have a preference? I like the pink one. I really like the pink one. You know what? I'm actually gonna be the blonde one, cause why not? All right, and the blonde one, and then it doesn't matter who else. And for those of you who have been on this game long enough for us to have introduced characters before, you will understand what this means. So here we go. Oh, it's not gonna crash. I mean, now it'll crash now that I said that. Hey, it didn't crash. All right. So we have the very, very, very first revision of Beowulf stage. Let me turn off some input display. All right. Now, to announce a couple of things. Yeah, to announce a couple of things. You guys may or may not notice, but the banners in the background actually changed to reflect who's on your team. So Peacock is over here, and Beowulf, who's second on my team, is over there, and then the third person would be on the side. There aren't any animations, there's no music yet, but this is what we are going for with the stage. Oh, and I picked squiggly, which means we have a tombstone, so let me actually make that squiggly so that we don't. All right, so here is Beowulf's stage. It is pretty dope. It does not have a name yet. Also, it's not final, obviously, blah, 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 but here you go. It is pretty great. And just to show you, I'm going to do the thing real fast where I change all the everybody's to... All right, now I'll be pink because pink is the best. And doesn't matter who else, and doesn't matter who else, and doesn't matter who else. So now if I go back, you will notice that the banners are different. Beowulf's is his temporary art because he doesn't have the select screen art yet, but that stuff totally works. All right, so I'm going to take a moment in here before I go through what is new for Beowulf to say the following, which is, if you are watching this later on in an archive on a wonderful fighting game website that decides to post the archives after the stream has gone on, we thank those websites very much for that, but I would like to encourage you, the viewers, to encourage the people who run those websites to actually post links to this stream when it is occurring, as opposed to, you know, a week later. Yeah. Now that I've got that out of the way, here we go for what is new with Beowulf. First of all, back walk and forward walk and crouch up and standing weak punch and crouching weak punch and jumps are all colored. He's getting things as final art, which is pretty great. Secondly, since I don't remember what normals he had before, I'm just going to say he has all of his normals. So he has all of his normals. I hope you guys can hear me, and I hope you could hear most of that. We'll find out. I'll leave it at about this volume. All right. So, standing weak punch, standing weak kick, crouching weak punch, crouching weak kick. He had these all before. Standing medium kick, crouching medium punch, crouching medium kick. He did not have standing fierce, which he does now. And if you're in the air, jump, jump. If you're in the air, it's a knockdown, just like Sarabella's. All right, and he had crouching hard punch before, and he had crouching hard kick before, but now he also has standing hard kick, which is a super kick. If you don't chain into it, it staggers. If you chain into it, it does not. If you're in the air, jump. If you're in the air, well, that was poor. It's a knockdown, right? So it's actually kind of cool because you can link it off of hop medium and get a stagger out of it. Move you back to the center of the stage here. He's also got jumping weak punch, which he didn't have before. Nah, you don't have to jump anymore. Which is an eye rake, which works pretty well if you hop. And he has jumping hard punch, which he had last week, and I think that was the only air normal that he was actually missing. So yeah, he's got all of his normals. For those of you who were paying attention to other characters, he is missing air throw and ground throw. That's temp. But as soon as he has the 2 animations for whiffs for those, he's pretty much ready to go in the beta. Alright, so as far as other new stuff that he's got this week, he has also got his first special, which is the weak punch version of chair toss. Ta-da! Oh, so now you can see a little bit better how the chair works. When you put it out, it's dark for a while, and when it is no longer dark, then you can interact with it. There's more, but that's the basics. And also, it has a temporary animation for leaving when he isn't the point character anymore. That'll be better later. But yeah, so you can... I'm probably not going to be able to do this. Oh, right, he doesn't have a snapback yet. That was not what I meant to do. Now. Get out. Alright. So you can do... Yeah, so that had 2, I think 3-frame links in it, but, you know, I'm surprised I got it on the first try. I didn't practice that at all. But yeah, so he's slightly more link-based than most characters. He also, for those of you who were wondering what other characters need to go into the beta, he also has his first super, which is a test of how much you recognize in fighting games. All right, so here we go. Ta-da! For those of you who said bionic arm, you are wrong. Yep, it is not bionic arm. Bionic arm knocks you straight up in the air. It's dead on time. Galactica Phantom also. But yeah, for those of you who said bionic arm, you have to go play more older fighting games. You can combo off of it if you launched into it, but it's a very tight link that I did not practice at all. Oh, I skipped a normal. He also has chairless standing hard punch, which does exactly what it looks like it does. It's not a grab, it's a hit grab, so you can block it, but you can also combo into it, etc. Oh yeah, still doesn't have a snapback. But yeah, so his super is pretty cool because since it goes past them in the middle, you can DHC later and actually get them to go the other way. I mean, I didn't practice what the timing would be. Also, it lets him combo off of his tag, which he couldn't do before. It does not have armor, but it is invincible for, I think, 6 frames after the flash, which is enough to not get full screen through Argus Agony, but if you're like a character width away from the edge, you can get through it. But yeah, like, oh, also it is post-flash blockable immediately. So he wasn't blocking beforehand, like walk forward, right? Walk forward and then block. See? So, you can reversal it, you can counter it after the flash, whatever. But it does a ridiculous amount of damage. Oh, that was sick. It does a ridiculous amount of damage right away. Let me see if I can actually do this for 5 meters. I tried this once. Yeah. So the damage might get tweaked. I don't know. But that was 5 bars, etc., etc. And also, you can only catch people with that if they're asleep because, once again, you can block it after the flash. Anyway, so now he's got a DHC out, he's got a DHC in, he's got every single normal you could want. Oh, see, I didn't get it that time because it's harder than it looks. But yeah, you can drop the chair and then combo into grab mode. He still only has the one finisher, but those are what are coming next, and his backdash is also obviously temp. But there you go. Those are the Beowulf updates for this week. He's pretty close, and his stage is pretty great. Also, the damage on a lot of his attacks has been tweaked. So, for example, this thing does 500 because it moves you forward and combos into Crouching Fierce when you don't have the chair. This does 550. This does 450, I think. And this does 500 because you can do an overhead off of it. So yeah, like his damage has been slightly adjusted. So if I do the same thing I did last week. Oh, I missed the combo. Sorry, everybody. Right. It does like 800 less than it used to, which is slightly more fair. Wow. That should work. Oh, better. Paint wheel. There we go. But yeah, so you can go the other way if you want to. That was what I was going for before. All right. So now to cover beta updates for other characters that happened this week. First, I'm gonna do Peacock. Is that Cable? No, but that's Cienko, which is fine. And double 19. Damn. I am not good at all with guessing what color. Yeah, there we go. With guessing what colors they are. All right. And who else got a thing? Squiggly got a thing. And Philia got a thing. But that requires me to be big band. Huh? Okay. So Peacock doesn't matter. Double medium bomber. Because there's always medium bomber and big band. Yeah, and you get Squiggly and Philia and Beowulf stage again. Alright. So, as far as beta updates go, we still have the health regen for solos, etc, etc, etc. Most of this week has been on Peacock, but there were several other updates also. One of them we'll need hitboxes for, which is I can totally take control of your character. Yes, I can. And I can also put it on slow motion, because I can do that too. Alright. So, whoops, wrong character. Come on. Now I'm Squiggly. Alright. So, Squiggly's crouching light kick and crouching medium punch have had their head hitboxes adjusted so that she actually goes into low stance when you're doing them. She's not as tall as she used to be during crouching, which will probably help her in some manner. We don't need hitboxes anymore. Alright, also, Philia, tag. Tag! Alright, super. Alright, Philia no longer goes through Big Band if you parry Gregor Samson, which makes it much, 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 much easier to punish. Do it again. Yeah, you couldn't do that before. So that one helps. Alright, Peacock. A bunch of things happened to Peacock, most of which I'm not going to remember, so let's go through the ones that I do remember. Crouching medium kick has had its hitboxes redrawn, so it actually reaches as far as it looks like it reaches. Jumping hard punch also had its hitboxes redrawn, so it actually reaches as far as it looks like it would reach. Crouching medium kick was sped up by 2 frames, so now it's actually a medium. Standing medium punch was sped up by 1 frame, so now it's actually a medium, and it also means that you can like do that slightly more easily. Standing light kick was sped up by 3 frames, which makes it actually a light now, which also means that you can do that, which you couldn't do before. Let's see. Crouching hard punch was reduced by 100 points of damage. Standing hard kick was reduced by 100 points of damage. Crouching hard kick slides a lot further than it used to and is active for a lot longer, which also means that you can do that, which is pretty awesome. So now she's actually a rock star. Yeah. Yeah. Also, you can do stuff like that. George is no longer block, crouch block, and then jump. Sorry. Yeah. So George, you can't really see it because we're not the same character, but whatever. George used to be Light Kick George used to be +2 on block. Now it's -2. I already got a crazy complaining email from Namosomi because he was like, 0 is fine, -2 is too bad. No, -2 is also fine. Especially because if you do it from back there, it's still 0. Anyway, oh, what else? Tenreha was removed from the regular... I mean, I can't demonstrate it because we'd spend half an hour and I wouldn't get it. Tenreha was removed from the regular rotation of level 3 items, but when you taunt... oh, first of all, you can super cancel the taunt whenever you want. She didn't used to be able to do that. You don't get the bonus until you get to the end, same as with everybody else. But anyway, when you taunt, you can drop level 1 or level 2 items as much as you want, and the next level 3 item that you actually drop will be Tenreha. So now you can guarantee that you're going to get one of those. There was other stuff. Oh, so probably the most important two are, number 1, the duration for Argus Agony was shortened for the laser shots. However, the damage on the beginning was increased to compensate. So if you do it straight up, nothing beforehand, it does about the same damage as it used to. If you combo into it, which I will fail to do a couple times here. If you combo into it, the damage is significantly less because that was what I was aiming for, which is reducing the minimum scale damage. Number 2, oh, there's another one, but I'll go back to that because it also has to deal with confirms. Number 2 is hard kick teleport, right? If your assist is out and attacking, the hard kick teleport no longer goes behind them. So, as soon as it reaches the taunt or it gets hit, like you want to punch Big Band stuff, hit him like a couple times, like do crouching medium kick. Wow, alright. Well, he's a bad choice, I guess, but come on, do it earlier. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Yeah, he was a terrible choice. So I'm just going to say, as soon as your assist gets hit or goes into their taunt, then hard kick teleport goes behind them again. Also, her air throw knocks them further away from you. However, you can't do regular combos off of it, but you can always do this, which actually lets you do that if you don't suck. But I guess I do suck. Yeah, alright. I guess I do suck. I'm sorry. There you go. So, it's actually not as hard as I'm making it look, but whatever. You can also fast fall out of the jumping medium kick by hitting another button once it hits. Right? Like that. Also, jumping medium kick's now an overhead crouch block, just because she's in the air, and I'm not going to make it a low because reacting to lows when you're jumping sucks. We all learned from Arakune. Oh, so the last thing is when you have a George out, Argus Agony now goes through George, or Lenny, sorry. So that will always work. Just to demonstrate what that actually does. Okay, so for all of you Peacock players who are complaining, oh, you also get it off a throw, which I suck at, but here we go. Right, that was standing fierce. But yeah, so she gets way better confirms than she used to have, but if you loop, whoops. So if you actually land like one of these things, I'll try and do this once. Man. Sorry everybody, you get to sit through me trying to do this again. Yup. There we go. Right. So you can do, she can still do damage for 2 or 3 meters, but it's different damage than it used to be, and it's not quite as much as Triple Argus used to do. But The fact that you get full screen confirms off of this. Whoops, that was too early. The fact that you get full screen confirms off of gun is absolutely amazing. Like, whatever you want to do, you can do off of that. Yeah, and also again, off the throw. Right, whoops. Sorry, I'm not very good with Peacock, as we know. But anyway, so those are Peacock's changes. Double. So, because it's funny because a bunch of... I'll talk to you because you actually play Peacock. It's funny because a bunch of people went, oh man, her zoning is so much weaker than it was before. But like, with that thing, if you have 2 bars, you can confirm off of anything, anywhere into a full combo, which makes her... Like, you don't get level 3 item drop off of Argus anymore, but it makes her so much better. Alright, so for double, standing medium punch was sped up by 2 frames, and also the damage was increased by 50 points. Because this was by far double's most useless move, so now you can do this. Hornet Bomber.
Just a moment.
Attack data advanced. Yeah, there we go. So, Light Kick Hornet Bomber now is very, very fast and is invincible up through after the first active frame from the beginning. But it's only 2 hits, and it's very difficult to confirm off of because you don't have a whole hell of a lot of time to do that. But it actually gives her some kind of invincible option. I mean, it's also like ridiculously unsafe, like block. Hey, block. And then jump. Well, okay, that works. Minus 34. Yeah, so it's ridiculously unsafe. Like it used to be, you can make it safe with the super, etc., etc., etc. Medium Kick Hornet Bomber goes a lot higher than it used to. Also, is invincible from the first frame until 4 frames before it goes active. However, crouch. Oh, I'll actually get hit first. Sorry. Get hit. So, it's 2 hits. It's less damage, it knocks down, but it's got a lot more startup invincibility than it used to have, and it's at a different point in the move. Crouch. Now you crouch. And it also goes over every single character crouching, which means you can no longer use it as both lockdown and a Dragon Punch. Hard Kick was unchanged. Hard Kick is exactly the same as it used to be. I'm sure Sage is crying to himself right now, but I don't really care. Also, block. Yeah, also, that's a block string because this has 4 more frames of hit stun and 4 less frames of recovery, so that didn't used to be a block string, but now it is, which is pretty safe. I think that's it for double. Yeah, I think that's it for double. So, medium bomber assist, right? Crouch. No longer lockdown. Light Kick Bomber is a much crappier assist overall, but it's got full invincibility up through the active frame, which it didn't used to have. Oh, and it's worth noting that the 2 hits of stand block, it's worth noting that the 2 hits of medium kick bomber are, yeah, it goes over Philia because she's short, but it doesn't go over most people. Those 2 hits are not actually a block string if she hits you right away. But I would also like to point out with hitboxes that block, oh well, too late. For both medium kick and hard kick bomber, they're active for the, or sorry, medium and light, they're active for the entire arc again, whereas hard kick has a gap in it where it's not active even if you didn't make contact with anybody. Anyway, so we're gonna see what this does. There were other beta changes. There were other beta changes for other characters, but I forget what they were. Yeah. But you can do that now, which you couldn't do before, which makes Luger Loop slightly easier. Right, dash medium punch. Well, I did it, so there. Yeah. I guess that's it. If anybody has any other questions, you can totally ask them, but I wanna see people doing that, because holy crap, it's so good, it's not even funny. Oh, and also because after each of these, it's really easy to time a plane, so you don't even have to OTG. And then since I'm already charging the item drop, I can get a level 3 there, right? Oh, and also because it knocks him all the way up in the air. Man, I'm no good. All right, let's assume that I did that in the middle of the combo. Whoops. Yes. Watch me be awesome at this game for the next 15 minutes. All right, let's assume that I did that in the middle of the combo like I was trying to. And, all right. This I should have practiced. Okay, so let's assume that I did that, right? If you do that with canceling the item drop into Lenny, which it's difficult for me to do because my finger hurts right now. Yeah, so if you do that in the middle of a combo, you actually get like the full bounce and can combo off of it with just a teleport. Yeah. So sliding gun swords. Ta-da. What?
Off a peacock slide, they're airborne. They're in an airborne state.
It's a slide. You can't combo off of it anyway.
Oh, I thought you could gun off the slide.
Nah, if you OTG with it, you can do whatever, right? But if you just hit it, they can always tag. There's no comboing off sweeps in this game, Weatherby. Man. Well, anyway. Ta-da! It's stuff. There was other stuff, but I don't remember what it was. So go ahead. You can play Beowulf. And as soon as he gets throw whiff and air throw whiff, he will basically go into beta. Alright, I'm done. You can all play, and I will go make sure we attach everything else. Oh! Also, whenever we're installing the PS4 version, which I guess I'm doing, I'm going to have everybody here test their sticks again because thanks to Weatherby's generosity, and no thanks to Davita's lack of generosity, the bugs that were happening before where you plugged in controllers after other ones are all fixed. So at this point, you should be able to play it like it's a normal PS3 game, and we'll try it out. See you all in a little bit when we have the tournament. Bye-bye.